Hey, welcome to the Morning Mix podcast. We learned this morning a lot of folks like to spend money to feel happy.
Yeah, sometimes, it can be an unlimited spray tan session. You just need to go a couple times a week.
That's all it takes. And we learned that people that spend are happier than those that save. So just get to spending. And maybe you spent that money on your car, and then you got a surprise when you open that front door. There's like a lizard in there.
Or a bottle of pee.
Yeah, and it ain't yours. That's next on the Morning Mix podcast. Andre Drummond wants to smell nice, and you want to smell nice too. What scent do you want to smell on that lover? Text it to us at 312-233-1019. We got a lot of things that just smell good and then a lot of actual colognes and perfumes that I don't know. So Yves Saint Laurent comes in right there, 219. Thanks for that. Is it Terry Mugler?
Yes.
That's the one, but it's spelled weird. It's THIERRYMUEGLER.
That's why I never know how to read it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a collection of letters.
It does, yeah. Hey, throw them in there. 815, I want to smell dead mouse on the wall. That's a nice smell.
Okay.
Azaro Chrome. I think that's our web browser. I don't know.
Bizarro Chrome.
Azaro Chrome.
Oh, I thought you
Azaro.
said Bizarro.
Old trombone spit valve. You get that little metal.
Oh, I can smell that.
Yeah, you got that.
In my mind.
Are
I
we
know what
doing
you
wrong
mean.
answers only? What the heck?
Oh,
It's later.
real answers aren't funny.
That's right. 708 Vanilla Cigar.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that'll
something,
take.
right? Supposedly, men are very attracted to vanilla, says 630.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Well, if I may speak on behalf of men,
I
but
hate
I think that is true. Violetta hates it.
Well,
see?
that's the thing, but I've heard guys be like, how much you wear vanilla? I was like,
Yeah.
how much you shut up?
I've heard of people actually taking vanilla extract and literally just dab it on their neck.
Really?
Yeah, no joke.
Okay.
You go right to the source.
All right.
I've heard of people doing that in my house.
Okay.
Don't do that around me,
No,
Chris.
don't.
I'm just
Careful.
warning you.
Hey, you know something's up if I do. I'll tell you that.
This is a very revealing subject.
Yeah,
I
no
wasn't ready for this. Yeah.
Clean cotton, 847. Cinnamon and clove. Jules fried chicken, 312.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. Irish Spring, a nice classic from an 847.
Yeah.
Give me a splash of Stetson. All right, watch out. Fresh cut grass, that's nice. Lilac and gooseberry.
Ooh.
All right. I love the smell of gasoline. Sure. I get that. Put a little bit of that
Totally.
behind your
Don't
ears.
put that on your lover.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aqua di Gio.
Mm-hmm.
That's one, right? Tom Ford. Okay. Oh, patchouli. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Now we're hitting it.
Back in college.
Yeah.
I like the smell of success. All right, 219.
Right. Sweet smell.
That's fine. Fresh linen and Dove soap.
Okay, that's right.
Dracar.
Oh, yes.
But it came through autocorrect as drainage.
Yeah,
And then they
well-
said, I meant Dracar, not drainage. Heads up. I don't like the smell of drainage. All right. Fresh linen. It's nice. Pure Poison by Christian Dior.
Okay.
Man, they don't make them like this anymore. And Kenneth Cole Black. Sure. My wife generally picks body spray that I wear, but then when I run out of it, she likes when I just put on the Febreze Hawaiian scent temporarily.
That's amazing.
So just go for that all the time.
Breeze.
These are nice options out here. And finally, 847, come over to my classroom. The body odor scent is very popular on a very warm day. There you go. A lot of smells. It just depends, Just depends. Somebody also said, 630, I like the smell of chlorine. Hey, just get out of the pool? Yeah. All right, get in here. Hang on a second. Cue up the Bruno Mars.
It feels like vacation.
Yes.
Which
It
is some
does.
of your best.
Just
That's
like
right,
that
yeah.
cocoa
Yeah, it's
butter
true.
smell.
Yeah.
Whenever you
Yeah.
smell that, you're like, it's
Yeah.
woof, let's
Come
go.
over here.
Yeah, or like the smell of the car warming up outside the door of the motel.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Stale donuts
Yeah,
from
watch
the
out.
night
Yeah.
before.
Ooh,
and
wow.
yeah, it's all weird.
Oh, that coffee that's in that like little brown plastic cup that's in there. You know what I mean?
With
You're
the
like,
tabs.
wow, that's nice.
As a
Look
handle.
at that.
From Chicago to your device, this is the Morning Mix Podcast.
Does beg the question, you're spending all that money on that thing to make yourself happy. What is it? Because they say spenders, by and large, are happier than savers in all sorts of different areas of your life. You're happy in your relationship. You're happier at your work. You're happier in your personal life. You're happier with your finances.
And if
You're
you
happier.
buy an advent calendar, like we're talking about how they're out at Aldi today, think about it. So you're buying that,
Yeah.
and then that's like a bunch more little gifts for you
Right.
all through December. So it's
could-
like continual happiness.
You bought 24 days of chocolate and getting drunk. Let's go. Happy holidays. And you can start one now. Buy another one. You can do it all November and all of Christmas. Who cares? Let's go. What are you spending your money on to make yourself feel happy? Hi, Beth. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
We're great. What do you spend your money on to make yourself happy, Beth?
I spend most of the big money on the grandkids.
Okay.
yeah.
Now, is it
and
gifts
it
or?
makes me ecstatic. typically, I buy them gifts, but the bigger money is on gifts of experience. We've done some fabulous things over the years.
Like what?
And that makes me happy. Well, for instance, I'm taking one of the twins to a Notre Dame game in a few weeks.
wow.
I took the other one to see Hamilton
Oh,
a few
my
weeks
gosh.
ago. Last year or earlier this year, we went to the Shedd Aquarium and got into the water with the beluga whales.
Oh
We've
my
gone
God.
glass-
Was that like a
Seriously.
sanctioned thing? Like
Yeah,
you
you
were
just
allowed
said,
to do
"I
it?
get
Or
in
you
there
just
too."
like, you know what, kids, you only live once. Trust Grandma. I'm jumping in.
No, it's a fabulous experience at the Shedd. You get in the water with belugas. It's amazing. We've
my
done
God.
glass blowing.
Would you be interested in a mid-30s male grandson
Yeah,
that could come along with? And he can pay for lunch.
Sure.
All right, something to consider. So Beth is spending her money on her grandkids, and that's making her feel happy.
Those grandkids are so lucky.
Hi, Mary. Good morning. How are you?
I am fine. Good morning to you guys.
Now, if you're okay, you say you're fine. Now, what would make you happy? What are you spending your money on?
A good bottle of bourbon.
Boom. Now, what's the price of a good bottle of bourbon? Because I'm not a bourbon drinker. So what's a good bottle of bourbon
Okay.
go for?
Okay, so it doesn't matter. I mean, depending on your mood and everything, you could go from like $50 to $100.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean the $100 is going to be the best or anything.
I see.
And just think, when you're drinking the bourbon, it makes you happy.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
What-
she's doing a little Buffalo Trace hunting. That's what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Look at
Some of
that.
that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Mary,
right.
what's your absolute favorite bourbon? If you had to pick one.
Oh, gosh. It goes on your mood and everything.
Yeah. Like
I
for the
do
morning. What do you like
enjoy-
for the morning?
Yeah. Yeah, when you're a little tired.
Today.
Like at 7:21. What do you normally go for?
Okay, well, I'm finishing off my cocktail from yesterday because I didn't
Boom.
finish it last night.
Let's go,
so,
Mary.
It's
yeah.
What's in
what
that
the
one?
Heck, right? Well, this one's Templeton Rye.
Okay.
Oh, ooh, nice.
That was a nice Halloween.
Nikki
Yeah.
hit some new notes I didn't know you had. Ooh, watch out.
Going rye in the morning. Look
All
at
right.
that.
So she's wrapping up a little bit of rye this morning and hey, calling in. Why not?
A little rye toast and a little.
Yeah, watch out.
on the side.
Rye whiskey.
Rye
bourbon.
whiskey and rye toast.
Hey, Bryna?
Bryna,
Hi, Bryna. How are you this morning?
I could be better.
You could be better. If you need to be better, what would you spend your money on?
Socks.
Socks.
Oh.
Socks.
That
Now,
seems economical.
yeah, what kind of socks are we talking about? Just like tube socks?
No, like the ankle socks or like the really tall socks, like knee socks. I like to buy princess ones, like the Little Mermaid. I like to buy colorful ones. I bought my daughter a bunch of pair of colorful ones to wear when she plays basketball. And
Wow.
she kind of has the same obsession as me when it comes to socks now.
So, do you, when you're planning an outfit for a day, do you start with the socks?
Actually, no. I don't really care what I wear with my clothes. Sometimes I'll even wear mismatched socks because I just don't feel like trying to find this other friend of the socks.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're in here somewhere. That's fine. This is Harry Potter and Iron Man. Who cares? Okay, so Bryna's rocking character socks. Hi, Emily. How are you this morning?
Good. How are you?
We're doing really well. What do you spend your money on to make yourself feel happy?
I spray tan a lot.
Spray tan.
Get it, girl?
Like all year round, are people ever wondering, like, how did she stay so golden in January? I don't understand.
Yes, I actually get asked a lot, where did you go on vacation? And I
Oh.
said, no, just spray tan. My husband hates it, though. He calls me an Oompa Loompa.
Oompa
Well,
Loompa.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But what's a lot? Like, is it like once a month, 2 times a month? Like, what is it?
Well, I have an unlimited account, so I will go at least about once a week.
Okay. And have you ever
Once a week?
Yeah.
have you ever pulled a Ross where you turned the wrong
Yeah.
way on the nozzles?
No, some machines are a little different, and you got to stand a specific way. But no, I've mastered it. I've been doing it for quite some time, so I'm pretty good at it.
Wow.
You're listening to the Morning Mix podcast.
Man in Texas bought a car, driving away, heps on the highway, and a big old lizard comes crawling out onto the passenger seat. Makes direct eye contact with him. Where are we going?
It was free with purchase.
Yeah, who knew?
I mean, it was a pet. You just got a pet for free.
Yeah, come on down to Larry's Auto. We get free lizards with every purchase. What? Hi, Violet. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing really well, Violet. What did you find in the car?
So I used to travel for work. I was on the East Coast with my business partner. We're getting ready. I'm in the passenger seat. He's driving, and he flipped the visor to check his tie. And he gets out, like, screaming, and I'm sitting, like, laughing, like, what is, wrong with you? And, it took him, I don't know, a minute, it's like forever. He gets back in, and he's like, get out, there is a scorpion in the car. I'm
Whoa!
Oh, my
so-
God.
Scorpion in the car?
Yeah, in the car, in the visor, where you flip the mirror, and there's like
Yeah.
this little wire that goes into that plastic, right? So you can flip it back and forth. So the car was a rental from Arizona, and we were in Pennsylvania or Jersey or
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
man. That's
So I'm like,
terrifying.
I'm not getting back in. Like, you go. He's like, I'm not getting in. So, he ended up stuffing tissue, like, on both ends of that little, that
Oh, and
little
pinched him
visor,
out?
and,
Yeah.
and I think it stayed in there. So I'm like,
Oh,
we
man.
returned the car, and the rental company's like, how was everything? We're like, perfect, except that there was a scorpion.
Yeah, there's a giant scorpion in there. Hey, Raya, good morning. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. And you?
Love it. How you doing this morning? You're doing well. And what did you find in the car?
Well, I found a bottle with pee in it.
Boom. Not your own.
Okay.
Not my own. No, I share a work truck with other people, and so I was loading my work truck, and I found that nice prize behind the driver's seat.
Yeah, Raya, I'm going to ask you to stay right there for just a second. That's a good coworker right
Yeah.
there. Hang on a second. Hi, Julie. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
We're doing really well, but what did you find in the car?
We were driving home one night on Lakeshore Drive, and a massive praying mantis just casually strolled inside the car across the windshield.
Oh!
And we were just like so amazed that we kind of just let it go and only watched it in amazement.
Yeah, they're not going to hurt you, right? They're just kind of curious
No,
cats.
it was actually kind of cool, just really
Yeah.
random.
That's wild.
They will do some terrible things to other bugs.
That's
though.
exactly right,
Again,
yeah.
like you get on YouTube rabbit holes
Yeah,
of praying mantises eating stuff,
Yeah.
and you'll be there all day.
It's pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Hi, Christy. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you guys?
We're great. You were on your way back from the D, coming back from Detroit.
Yes. We were at a wedding there, and when we went to get in the car, our power steering was out. So we took it to a shop and lifted the hood, and it looked like there was just like fuzz everywhere. It was like crazy, like animal fur and like stuff chewed up. And the guy was like, no, I can't help you, but you can drive this back to Chicago if you can handle driving without power steering. So then we get it here, and more stuff starts going wrong. We finally got it into a shop like 3 days later. There had been a groundhog in our car the whole time, and it was still there when the guys opened the hood up. They found it in the chute.
Oh, my God.
What's crazy is, when it was all said and done, 6 more weeks of winter.
Yes. Exactly.
Like, are you kidding me?
Just wanted a ride to
Hey,
Chicago.
I got family in Chicago, if you guys
Listen,
don't mind.
I've been in Detroit for a
Yeah.
while. Whatever it takes.
You know,
Just get me
everybody's
out of here.
leaving Detroit, even the groundhogs, you know that?
Yeah.
Let's take all this Kid Rock.
Oh, man.
Christy finds a groundhog. Julie has a praying mantis. Violet a scorpion. But I think if you get into your truck at work and there's a bottle of somebody else's pee next to you, it ain't going to get much better than that. Raya, now may I ask, you discovered the said bottle of pee. Then did you, tell anybody or just leave it there for the day?
Well, I knew who drove the truck before me, so I went to them and I was like, can you take care of this? And so they just went and took care of it for me.
Maybe you should go see a doctor about your kidneys because this is
Yeah.
the color on that is wrong.
yeah.
Color's all off on that.
Well,
Color's all off.
I meant to
That's
take
why.
that with me.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was all right.
What do you say? You gotta quit. You gotta quit the job
I
at
think
that point.
you're like, well, this is a great last day.
Well.
I'll see you later.
My aim was good. I mean, I got that.
I was grunting. You know?
Drop it. Pure emotion, he's never fake. Guilty pleasure like stepping on a rake. He might even make your head shake. Here we go with hot take.
This may be the most controversial hot take of all time.
Oh my gosh.
Billy Ocean. No. All right, so welcome to November, a month in which the sun is going to start going down at like noon, and the temperature will generally be uncomfortable at best, miserable at worst. Yesterday, a sneak preview of that. It snowed. Temperatures were in the 30s. Roads were slickened. The wind was strong enough to make your skin sting and crack. And that's only an appetizer, of course, because in the coming weeks and months, miserable outside may or probably will become the norm. trick-or-treating numbers might have been a little bit down yesterday in this reporter's experience, and the only logical reason is the weather. My youngest kid's school had its Halloween parade yesterday afternoon. While the event itself was great because, kids in costumes and stuff will do that, the weather made it a little less great. If it had been moved inside, would have been just great. No qualifiers, which brings me to my proposal. If I were to run for office under my administration, I would outlaw all outdoor events that last longer than 15 minutes if the temperature is under 40 degrees.
Wow.
You heard me.
Wow.
Standing out in the cold when it's freezing or close to it sucks. And if you don't say it sucks, you are one of three things: lying to yourself, lying to me, and or drunk. When it's freezing, if it can't be done in 14 minutes, 59 seconds or less, you don't need to do it. Well, what about ice skating? One lap, you're good. Bears games, get a dome. Ice fishing in Wisconsin, I refer back to my earlier statement, they're all drunk, including the fish. The tree lighting either downtown or in any suburb, cancel the speeches, can the choirs, light up the tree, ooh and ah a little bit, boom, you're out of there in 2 minutes tops. Skiing, let's be honest, you spend 8 seconds going down a hill, 6 hours dreaming of the moment you're back at the cabin in front of the fireplace. Cross-country skiing. Nobody really does that, do they?
No. Just in Hallmark movies.
Even so, one time down the block, waved all the neighbors who think you lost your damn mind and get in the house. Sledding, see skiing, only without the cabin. Down the hill once, kids. Try not to take anyone's knees out on the way down, back in the car. And finally, any winter parade. Great idea in theory, but in practice, misery from start to agonizing finish, unless you are marching in it. Plus, they usually show it on TV. Plus, of the hundreds of floats that go by in these things, only about 3 or 4 are really worth looking at anyway. So if they cut the parade down just to the best ones, even I'll give you the top 10, you could wrap the whole thing up in our allotted time limit of 15 minutes or less. Now, when you listen to that list, it becomes extra clear most of those things kind of suck anyway, although they seem like they're going to be fun till you actually do them. Let's be honest. We've all been brainwashed into thinking it's fun because basically we live in a cold climate, and what else are we going to do? Now, under my plan, no cold events for longer than 15 minutes. We can get that little taste of these things we think we're going to love without letting them get to that point where they start to suck. And if there's anything on which we can all agree, my fellow Americans, the less something sucks, the better off we all are.
Hey! Well said, my man. I agree. Why are we doing it?
Yeah.
Can't we light the tree inside somewhere? We used
I'm
to
all
put them
for
up
it.
in malls, and then the internet ruined the mall.
Seriously.
And we used to go and stand inside the mall with a pretzel, and you could see the tree light, and you could have a cocoa, and you're good to go.
Listening to Billy Ocean's greatest hits on our Walkman?
Yeah.
You got it. You got it right.
You stuffed all the coats inside of a stroller, and nobody cared. Man.
Yeah.
It is true. We do force ourselves to act like we like it, and I don't think anybody really does.
No, when you see an ad for a really cozy sweater and a
Yeah.
woman is having a hot cocoa by fire, you're like, oh my God, I can't wait for winter.
Right.
And then to your point, Whip, 10 minutes into that hot cocoa, you're like, you know what? I'm going to go inside. It's freezing. The sweater was fine for 5
The
minutes.
cocoa's an icicle, a brown
Also,
icicle.
Fire sucks. Oh, my clothes. The sweater smells like the fire now.
Target, Macy's, Old Navy, Kohl's. No one in the history of humankind on Christmas morning has slipped their bare feet into boots, put on a winter hat, and gone outside to have a snowball fight in their pajamas. It has never happened.
No.
So stop putting that in the damn ad. It's not going to happen. And nobody's husband looks like that, so stop doing that also.
Also true. And another thing about the 2 Lexuses in the driveway with the bows.
Yeah.
Please give us a break.
That's a hot pile of crap, okay? You can put your bow on that 2003 Volkswagen Passat with 140,000 miles on it, because that's the gift we're getting. Jackasses. Nobody likes the cold. Don't stand there and be like, it's my favorite time of year. I really like being outside in the cold. You don't.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Sound check. Sound check. This is Nikki's Sound Check on the Morning Mix.
Matthew Perry, his passing affects everyone. Obviously, whether you're a fan of Friends, and it is trickled into the music world as we would expect it to, because the Friends theme song itself was such a huge part of a lot of people's lives. So Charlie Puth was doing a show on Sunday, and he decided to stop and pay tribute to Matthew Perry. So yes, that's "See You Again," the song that he did in honor of Paul Walker around his death in 2013. So yeah, I mean, people online are like, really, you're killing me. I'm sobbing. Stop it. Very beautiful, beautiful thing.
Really
so it's kind of neat when a very sentimental, heartfelt thing like that goes viral. And obviously, punched Violetta right in the face. I already heard it.
It's a lot.
So yeah, it's one of those, you listen to at home so that you're kind of sort of ready when it hits, but it is very, very beautiful. Okay, now on to some math, because that's another thing I think it qualifies as math for music.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, so Dua Lipa yesterday, if you were part of her fan club, if you get updates, they sent a text yesterday that read 4899 14 15 21. If you're good enough to find a way, love, 421 1. It's a lot of numbers.
Oh, my gosh, so many numbers.
Okay.
Oh,
do you want to guess?
I figured it out.
Okay, you did? Okay, go.
Well, the numbers correspond to letters in the alphabet. 4 being D, 21 being U, 1 being A. So that's Dua at the end. So that's the key to the rest of the message.
Okay, and she posted a picture of herself holding a key in her mouth. Okay.
I've eaten a lot of cereal and read a lot of cereal boxes
Were
where you had to figure out the code.
World War II code breaker.
Yes, you find me in the movie Imitation Game.
Yeah.
Okay, this is so exciting. Okay,
Yeah.
so I see it's going to be too hard to get your pen. If you want to try, get your pen out. I'm going to give you guys some numbers. I'm going to reread these numbers to you now. 4, which you've already established is D. 8. 9, 14, 15, 21. Do you want me to just give you I'll give you the letter so it does. Okay, it is DHIINOU.
So now we got to figure out what that word is.
Okay.
Is it Houdini?
Oh my gosh, you are a mastermind. So yes, that is exactly. I swear, I did not even tell you this.
But it's scrambled though, right?
It is scrambled, but he figured it out. Yes, so that is exactly. This is so exciting. So so it's DHIINOU is what she posted. Someone on Reddit found it. They decoded it, and it became the word Houdini. And then the final tip in here is Kate Bush is going to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She put a picture of Kate Bush from her 1982 album where she's holding a key in her mouth.
So it's Houdini's Bush.
Is
it not?
There's a song on the album called Houdini.
I got too close to the sun. Sorry, I got too excited.
Doing so good.
Hey, Nikki.
No, you solved them all. That was amazing. Wow. I mean, I was not ready for that.
Rizzuto's not a word. He's a player.
He's a player. Then how about Buzz? Okay, that's it.
The Morning Mix Flash Briefing with Violetta.
We're going to start off with Starbucks. Their Red Cup design is here for the 2023 season. Now that Halloween is over, we're fast forwarding to the holidays, Christmas, and it will all kick off tomorrow. So they have 4 new styles, the cups. Everybody's always waiting to see what they're going to do. So it looks like it's going to be red and green prints. So they really tried something different.
Oh, okay. Not like a red Solo cup.
That'd be
kind of a curveball.
Right? It might be. They're also saying that they have something new for all of those people that love iced coffee all year long. The iced gingerbread oat milk chai, which I always find difficult to say.
Yeah.
I say like oak, like the tree, instead of like oat.
Oak milk is totally different.
So weird. It's hard to get it out of those trees,
It's
too.
a lot, yeah.
It is.
Next up, there is a Gen Z or millennial or younger person, I'm not sure which generation they are, going viral after freaking out after getting her first job and realizing what most of us already know.
This is my first job, like my first 9-to-5 job after college, and I'm commuting in the city, and it takes me forever to get there. There's no way I'm going to be able to afford living in the city right now, so that's off the table. Like, if I was able to walk to work, it'd be fine, but I'm not. I get on the train at 7:30, and I don't get home till like 6:15 earliest, and then like I don't have time to do anything. I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep. I don't have time or energy to cook my dinner either. Like, I don't have energy to work out. Like, that's out the window. Like, I'm so upset. Oh my God. The 9-to-5 schedule in general is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Welcome to the big city, kiddo.
Yeah.
I
There
know.
you go.
Try to keep making some TikTok videos. Maybe
Yeah,
that'll
it'll
pay
change,
off.
yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
You might be able to quit.
That was just a little bit of
Yeah.
it. She continues to cry and is
Yeah.
like just floored by
Yeah.
the idea of a 9 to 5
Yes.
taking over her life.
With your thoughts in mind, in honor to get the views, she is wearing a bikini during the whole thing, so it could be that.
Smart.
You got to get the clicks.
Who
you
am I
know?
to argue?
That's right.
And again, now that Halloween is over, we are talking about Thanksgiving, right? So the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is
Love it.
returning on November
yeah.
23rd. It's going to be the 97th edition. And I don't want to upset you, Whip, because
No.
earlier we were talking about outdoor events and how they should only be 15 minutes long.
Yeah, this is great on TV.
Okay, on TV.
Well, maybe even for 15 minutes only, too, but
Well,
different argument.
They're adding 30 more minutes to the whole experience.
Good.
As long as it doesn't eat into the puppy show. The dog show comes on right after.
No, they would not eat into that. If I may, I like when like the band is playing.
Yeah.
And it's like the Goo Goo Dolls or somebody, and then they like play the chorus of their song, and then they like get to the next block and like just start the chorus over
yeah.
again. Like,
Yeah,
it's like
good time.
The loop plays over again.
Exactly.
That's fun.
Well, all of that being said, with the music, Cher has been announced as the performer.
Oh, wow.
So all
hey.
of this after Cher also announced that she recorded her first ever Christmas album. So she's going to be playing some of that
Wow.
during the parade.
Do you believe in Santa Claus?
Exactly.
That has to happen.
I can feel someone inside the house.
Has to
Got
happen.
a bunch of gifts, they're under my tree, yeah.
Oh my God!
Let's go.
If her album is done and that is not part of it, she's got to re-record.
Yeah, she's made mistakes.
Oh,
Yes.
well, I guess
That
we're
could
gonna have to
really
find out.
solidify her career.
Right?
Seriously.
There's a bunch of balloons that are also coming out, but you'll just see them live.
okay.
I'm not going to go through all those. But the Pillsbury Doughboy is going to be all blown up in the parade.
Nice.
Right? Exciting. That's your flash briefing.
All right, thank you for joining us for the Morning Mix podcast. Make sure you rate, review, like, and follow this podcast. You can also follow us on social at 1019 Mix Chicago. And we will see you tomorrow on the Morning Mix.